favorite number.
All right. Law number 6. Court attention at all costs. Judgment. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing.
Excellent, dude.
Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then or buried in oblivion.
It's good.
Stand out. Be conspicuous at all costs.
Wait, conspicuous.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
right?
It's
No,
one of
no.
them
No, you're right.
dash words.
But it's like I was just like, I've always thought be inconspicuous, dude.
Make yourself
Be
a magnet of
inconspicuous in
attention
the shadows.
Yeah.
by
Backstab.
appearing larger,
Backstab.
more
Backstab.
colorful,
Assassin's Creed.
more mysterious than
He's
the
got a
bland
reputation.
and timid masses.
So murder guys, but out in the open.
Dress flashy
I know.
and
Catch attention.
draw attention.
Isn't this what we said? That
Hollywood.
this is your chapter. Each of us read our own chapters
Yeah.
today. The proper
Are you wearing
chapters.
a scarf? Look at
Yes.
you, buddy.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving. It's chilly outside.
It's not
I went with
Thanksgiving.
the flannel.
It's Thanksgiving week.
Right.
Either way, it's fall. Just say it's
Exactly.
fall. It got chilly.
Fall colors.
Fall colors. Yeah, he matches.
It's chilly in the
He
basement. Here
matches
we're
the
basement
season.
boys, and
We're
it's
the
chilly.
basement boys.
He
dude.
does match the season, doesn't he?
Tis the season.
I like to
For the squeezing,
accessorize.
dude.
Thank you.
I can tell. You look great, kid.
Thanks.
Fucking guy.
All right, the keys to power.
Load him up, Johnny.
Earning more briefly than those around you in a skill that no one is born with, you have to learn to attract attention. At the start of your career, you must attach your name and reputation to a quality and image that sets you apart from other people. This image can be something like a characteristic, style, or dress, or a personality quirk that amuses people and gets talked about. Once the image is established, you have an appearance, a place in the sky for your star.
So it's that old watch trick where you're like, hey, what time is it? And it's really your penis around your wrist. So you get known as that guy. Like, hey, check it out. It was quirky, right? A new spin on an old classic.
Yeah.
Tell me how that works out for you.
Yeah, dude. I'm not sure if that gimmick's gonna work.
Hashtag me3. All right.
Hashtag me3.
It is a common mistake to imagine that this particular appearance of yours should not be controversial. That to be attached is somehow bad. Nothing could be further from the truth. To avoid being a flash in the pan and having your notoriety eclipsed by another, you must not discriminate between different types of attention. In the end, every kind will work in your favor. The court of Louis IV contained many talented writers, artists, great beauties, and men and women of impeccable virtue. But no one was more talked about than the singular Duc de Luzon.
The dude guy, Lazone.
The Duke was short. You probably had SMS.
So-
Almost dwarfish.
What?
And he was prone.
Small mentions? I always thought it was we call it Napoleon complex. Is what I would
Yeah.
call it.
Same thing.
SMS, I like it.
The book is actually saying this too.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I've been
You must be
encountering
loving
that
this.
my whole life, dude.
The Drake was short, almost dwarfish, and he was prone to the most insolent kinds of behavior. He slept with the king's mistress
Oh,
and openly insulted not only others courtiers, but the king himself.
this guy sounds pretty cool.
Louis, however, was so beguiled by the other duke's eccentricities that he could not bear his absences from the court. It was simple. The strangest of the duke's characters attracted attention. Once people were enthralled by him, they wanted him around at any cost.
It's like a Rasputin situation. Giant penis on that guy.
Yeah, it makes things a lot
It's
easier.
in a museum, dude. But I'm like, that's not his, is it? Is that his? They're like, it's fucking his, dude. They're like, that looks like a horse's penis. What the hell is going on? How?
They call me Seabiscuit.
Because you beat everybody else by 40 seconds. Finish.
Society craves larger than life figures. People
right.
who stand above the general mediocrity. Never be afraid, then, of the qualities that set you apart and draw attention to you. Court controversy, even scandal. It is better to be attacked, even slandered, than ignored. If you find yourself in a lowly position that often little opportunity for you to draw attention, an effective trick is to attack the most visible, most famous, most powerful person you can find.
Think of Donald Trump, dude.
When
Donald Trump during the debates,
Yeah.
he's like, who's my biggest threat? And he's
That's
just like,
exact.
fuck this guy, he sucks. And
Yeah,
everybody's
that's
like, oh,
right,
shit.
dude.
Like,
Just attack.
immediately shit
Oh
out
my
the guy that
god,
was his
dude!
biggest
Just
enemy.
starts attacking their reputations
those guys just-
immediately.
Gone.
if you have a reputation to attack,
Yeah,
Apparently, he's probably read the 48 Laws of Power.
I think so.
I think he wrote it.
When Pietro
It's Robert
Argentino,
Greene, but that's his pen name.
Yeah.
a young Roman servant boy of the early
Yeah, he for sure read it. This is
16th
old.
century, wanted to get attention as a writer of verses, he decided to publish a series of satirical poems ridiculing the Pope and his affection for the pet elephant.
His elephant eats hay.
He was banging
and
an
he's
elephant?
Very gay. Oh,
that's
cheer,
bestiality. That's
hurrah,
beyond gay.
hurrah.
The attack put
Simple stuff like
Argentino
that.
in the public eye
Kink shame here.
immediately. A slanderous attack on a person in a position of power
Oh,
would
his
have a
penis.
similar effect.
His penis is small.
Remember, however, to use such tactics sparingly after you have the public's attention when the act can wear thin.
So
Makes sense?
yeah,
Only use it
you
every
keep
once
going,
in a while.
You keep going.
Don't cry wolf.
You keep saying the guy's a fascist, and then sometimes people are gonna start believing he's a fascist.
And then not believe he's a fascist because you call him a fascist so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I guess
Just because a group is called anti-fascist doesn't mean they aren't fascists themselves.
you know it's great camouflage actually. If you're a fascist, to call yourself an anti-fascist.
Yeah,
because you're still letting people know that you're into fascism.
yeah.
You're just letting them know that
We're not going to tolerate your other fascism.
Exactly.
We're not going to tolerate anything you
Yeah.
do, actually. And we're not going to let you speak. Oh. That's what they love.
Yeah. It's definitely not jungle love.
No.
O-E-O-E-O. Once in the limelight, you must constantly renew it by adapting and varying your method of courting attention. If you don't, the public will grow tired, will take you for granted, and will move on to a newer star. The game requires constant vigilance and creativity. Pablo Picasso never allowed himself to fade into the background. If his name became too attached to a particular style, he would deliberately upset the public with a new series of paintings that went against all expectations.
When did he die?
I don't remember when.
70s.
Oh yeah, Pablo Picasso.
Better to create
We
something
had
ugly.
a conversation, like him and Vincent Van Gogh. Like people think we're like way back in the
Well,
day.
Van Gogh was.
Wait, what?
What?
Did I? Yeah, I think I actually just did that wrong. I did. I'm gonna retract my statement about Vincent Van Gogh being from the 70s.
But Pablo
No,
Picasso.
Pablo Picasso died in the 70s.
Yeah.
He painted it earlier. Or maybe he died in the 40s?
What?
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 He just
Ah,
wasn't that
man.
old.
Don't listen to anything
Yeah.
we say. It is not reliable information.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to what we're reading
This
from this
isn't a
book.
history.
This is way
fucking
more
podcast.
reliable than
Yeah.
anything that comes out of
Yeah.
our mouths.
We're doing our best to
We're
read
kind
it
of just
to you.
goofing otherwise.
Take whatever we say with a grain of salt, please.
And then take that salt and shove it up your ass. All right?
It might burn a little.
Hey, herpes lasts forever, like he said.
It's got quite a reputation.
Every kiss begins with K, so does every herpes infection.
What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except for
herpes.
Yeah.
Except for herpes.
AIDS or any other the murder. Who had the joke? Norm Macdonald had the joke. He's like, yeah, apparently, and then you go to Vegas and everything you do in Vegas stays in Vegas. Turns out if you murder a guy, they will go to your state and they will bring you back and then try you in front of a jury of your peers. That's the same. Such a good Norm bit. And obviously that doesn't do it
just dropping
justice at
truth.
all.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it justice, but he just like nonchalantly goes through the process
just,
of
like,
getting
so-
tried for murder. And it's
so
just like,
blasé.
obviously, you're not going to just get away with murder in Vegas.
No.
Good. I love it. Norm was the best.
Oh, you gotta bury him in the
the
desert.
best. I'm pretty sure. I mean, yeah,
You did it wrong.
you
Right.
can dig a hole.
You gotta do it right, bud.
Come on, man. What were you thinking?
At this point, though, you're gonna fucking find.
So-
What was he thinking?
It is better to create something ugly and disturbing,
like
he
this,
believed,
like what we've done
than
tonight.
to let viewers grow too familiar with his work. Understand, people feel superior to the persons whose actions they can predict. If you show them who is in control by playing
Nice, dude. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
this-
that look.
you-
Like,
I
Alright,
I-
contacts needed to
I
focus
cannot wait till you bring
Oh,
your
against their
What?
expectations. You both gain their respect and tighten your hold on
oh,
their fleeting
tighten your
attention.
hold, ladies and gentlemen. Not tighten your hole. Thought it was
We're
tighten
going
your
back
hole.
to the red, folks.
Yeah, going back to the red.
Pardon me.
You're excused. Take a walk.
The Wasp and the Prince. A wasp named Pintail was long in the quest of some dead that would make him forever jealous. What the fuck?
What is going on here?
Told you, the red's difficult to get even through.
No, man, it doesn't even make sense, the words.
Oh.
Oh well,
Is this okay?
yeah.
you're fine.
Just to let you know, though, like, yes, there is like some modified spelling of some of these, especially like with.
No, this words just don't make sense. A wasp named Pintail was long in his quest of some dead that would make him forever famous.
No.
Oh,
deed, and it's
Oh,
long,
quest of some deed.
Long
Jesus.
in quest of some deed
Wow.
that would make him forever famous.
Man, I suck even
Yeah,
with the
what
light.
year
Yeah,
was that
You
from?
need your glasses, Grandpa.
Holy
What
shit.
year?
We're looking at. Hold on. Let me see. Whoa.
It doesn't even say.
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
It's over. That goes.
It's,
to-
it's
No,
just,
it
it's,
doesn't
it's
even
just an
say.
Indian fable. That's all it says.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dumb then.
All right.
What
To
kind
start
of Indian?
over with
What
the
kind of
correct
Indian?
words,
What kind of Indian though?
It
We don't know
Yeah,
yet.
right. We don't know.
There's a quote. It just what Indian though?
it doesn't say. It just says Indian fable.
Ooh.
The wasp. And
We'll
the
get
prince.
to it.
Ooh.
The wasp and the prince.
Oh, this is
Starting over.
here.
No, like
Oh, they didn't have princes.
yeah, they didn't have princes. It's
We had
Indian,
wasps
most likely.
as the
It-
immediate
it-
like,
this-
oh, it's some animal shit. But then as soon as you said prince,
It's
Yeah,
like-
I'm just
is this
like-
like the beaver and the snake?
Yeah.
no, that would be over here in Indian.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The Wasp and the Prince. A wasp named Pintail was long in the quest of some deed that would make him forever famous.
Bastard.
So one day he entered the king's palace and stung the little prince, who was in bed. The prince awoke with loud cries. The king and his courtiers rushed in to see what had happened. The prince was yelling at the wasp, stung him again and again. The courtiers tried to catch the wasp, and each in a turn was stung. The whole royal household rushed in. The news soon spread, and people flocked to the palace. The city was in an uproar, and businesses suspended. Said the wasp to itself before it expired from the efforts, "A name without fame is like your fire without a flame. There's nothing like attracting notice at any cost."
You should have read that.
Indian fable.
You should have read that.
in a voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, right,
Let me go back and.
A wasp named Pintail
No.
was long in the question that would make
That's a
you
choice.
forever famous.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a choice.
That was a choice.
I like
You
that.
made a choice.
Wow.
Attention at all costs. Attention
Indian
at all
fable.
costs. Hey,
Swish.
from downtown.
Even when I'm railed at, I get my quota of renown. Pietro Artino, 1492 to 1556.
What? Yeah. That's actually baller.
Right,
Okay,
dude.
Dude, that one's great. Even when I'm railed at, I get my quota of renown. That's hard as
Some
F.
fucking Italian guy from 1492 to 1556.
God, that guy lived to be 62.
Pietro
64.
Artino. Pietro Artino.
I like it. Let me finish up.
My bad. It's nice though.
All right.
I-
2 more red things. Image. The limelight. The actor who steps into this brilliant light attains a height of ended presence. All eyes are on him. There's room for only one actor at a time. In the limelight's narrow beam. Do whatever it takes to make yourself its focus. Make your gestures so large, amusing, and scandalous that the light stays on you while the other actors are left in the shadows.
See, the penis watched.
Are left in the shadows is all one word. Just
Yeah,
Let me see.
I see that. I see that.
Where?
Definitely at the bottom. Are left in the shadows.
Are left in the
Are left in the
shadows.
shadows.
I didn't know that was a
Start out
thing,
to
but
the
it is now.
shadows.
Well,
I
it
guess
is
it
because they're
one.
trying to make
you
a
know what?
shape.
Maybe it is one word.
They're trying to make shapes with these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
That's
it's
supposed
a
to be like
circle for some reason.
Candle. I think it's a
All
right.
or something, or
Last paragraph
exclamation
here.
Penis or something.
An
The
exclamation.
last paragraph
Yeah.
is authority.
Ooh, chill
Every
out.
single last
How do you
paragraph is the
express
authority.
your authority.
Be
dude.
ostentatious
Oh,
and be
nicely
seen.
done.
What is not seen as though it did not exist, it was light that first caused all creation to shine forth. Display fills up many blanks, covers up deficiencies, and gives everything a second life, especially when it's backed by genuine merit.
Yeah, when you pull.
Baltazar, Gratian, 1601 to 1650.
Hey, what's good? My name is Bear. If you've enjoyed these kind of clips, well, I'm going to tell you what. You're going to love this. We got a podcast that we broadcast on Patreon, Rumble, and YouTube. Join our community. We're just having fun in the basement, hamming it up, reading books, talking about shit. We play video games. We watch movies. We talk about ideas because that's the highest form of intelligence, which we don't have a ton of, but we're trying to access more. So join us. Expand your understanding, comprehension, and grasp of all things that happen in the universe.